company in Taiwan. Can you get hot springs energy? Can you get hot springs energy in a home? Can you figure out a way to get the electricity to do that? They said, no, piece of cake. 10 years later, with a little help from their friends, from my friends, they were able to create a specific frequency that almost exactly, see, frequency of water is 8 microns. The frequency of red is 0.79 microns. Violet is 0.47 microns. And water is 8 microns, and our human bodies, as far infrared light beams, 9.4 microns. And that's because the water is so much of our body that the mixture of all our elements and everything gives you a 9.4 micron rate of vibration. Now, like in Rife machines, do you know how Rife machine works? You have a disease with a certain frequency, you find the same exact frequency and it dissipates it. Now, in this case, we find the same exact frequency of water, and it's like 2 crystals that resonate in the one, they both start doing at C. Or when an opera singer starts singing so loud she has a frequency, it breaks the glass. So the frequency of water and the frequency of what's coming out of here is the same, so it resonates, and that resonates causes all the water cells to vibrate. And that's the only thing far infrared does. If you have near infrared, if you have mid infrared, it ain't going to do that. It's going to do some other stuff. But frankly, I think the more...
How is that good for your body? Is it just in some way healing, or is
Well, Hippocrates explained it very clearly when he said, find me a way to create sweat or fever, and I will cure disease. So if you have 100 people in a small room dancing, it's going to get hot. See, and that's the principle. So when you have all your water cells vibrating like this, and that's going to mobilize the lymphatic system because it's going to increase the core temperature of the body. And that's what the relaxed sauna is tested and measured to be so much more effective than any other sauna.
So you're kind of like sweating it out, but not really
Sweating.
Right.
sweating.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, after
Because it's like
10
it
minutes,
probably dries. Am I actually sweating and it's just drying up?
after
It's
10
just
minutes,
dries-
you will be sweating. After 15 minutes, you will be drenched. After 20 minutes, you will be, you'll be pretty wet.
Okay.
Yeah. So the purpose is to sweat, but there's 2 levels of healing. The first level is to get
kind of a detox.
right,
Yeah.
and the second level is like step 2, and even doing step 1 without sweating, you can get a lot of health benefits, which has been proven and talked about in this book, Detoxify or Die, by Dr. Sherry Rogers. This is a classic that came out in 2001. The book is 80% all about far infrared energy and far infrared saunas. She calls them the superior sauna because all the Finnish saunas are very good and do a lot of good. Everything the Finnish saunas can do, this can do better and more because it's not heat. Because the toxins that come out of a Finnish sauna, maybe 1 or 2% of the water is actually toxins. They say that in far infrared sauna, 17% of the liquid that comes out is toxins. And so you got the fats and the heavy metals. You want a few more minutes?
What?
If you want, you can.
Oh, okay. I'll say if there's anybody in line, did you want to?
We got,
This is a happy place.
I couldn't have a better testimonial, right? It was like real live, real. I paid her.
I'm still waiting on that.
I'm in room 6.
Can you put the infrared heating system that you have in this? Could you put it in your own like a wooden sauna type of thing for more than one person?
But if you do, you want mirrors.
Okay.
Because you have to be in front of the light. Like, you always have to be in front.
To reflect
That's why they have
back in.
panels all over all over the place. See, and that's why this concentrated, focused, like Hal Huggins, he bought one of these from me and used it that way. One person, Had a problem with our tent. It's rare, you know, but she had a problem with the tent. And he put mirrors all over the small closet and says this works great. So it's the energy, and there's no energy from any other sauna that can compare with the exactness of the relaxed sauna in order to get a stronger, profound impact on the water cell. Because you want wattage and you want accuracy. And most of the saunas, they only have 1,000 watts. This one has 1,500 watts. The other saunas, their accuracy, only 36% of the energy generated by their panels for all the portable saunas, only 36% of that energy actually is going to resonate with your water cells. And it'll penetrate so much, but it won't have the impact because the water cell wants the same frequency. And if it's not, so it's like you can get a vitamin C tablet that's got all these excipients in it. And it's like a vitamin C tablet with 100 milligrams of vitamin C, it's going to help some people, but not everyone. But a 1 gram tablet of vitamin C is going to help a lot more people. This is like 1 gram of vitamin C, and all the other portable saunas are like 100 milligrams, and the wooden saunas are like 300 milligrams. You know, so in other words, there's a, and people don't ask when they buy a sauna, well, what's the dose? You know, people say, well, what about the EMF? Well, if a person has ever had microwave poisoning damage done to them, the antidote to that is get into a far infrared sauna. And microwave energy is about 10 or 100 times more dangerous than any kind of EMF that come from a household appliance. And the relaxed sauna is 3rd lowest and 7th lowest of the 21 most commonly used household appliances. In terms of EMF, a juicer is 6 times more, a blender like the Vitamix is 7 times more, and iron is about 12 times more. And you're holding that, and I used to iron for my mom for hours and hours, 3 hours a week, you know, using the iron. But you know, we didn't have problems in those days with household appliances. It's the computer stuff, it's the microwave energy. And this is a microwave energy device, 100 times more dangerous than the EMF of that, and I carry it with me.
I know.
And even if I didn't
so
carry it,
addicted to it, I can't. I mean,
even if I didn't carry it with me,
terrible.
the Wi-Fi in this room is 10 times more dangerous than that. And people ask me, what about the EMF? And that's because of the fake news in related to saunas. It's marketing ploys by other companies. And it's like, it really is. They, you know, like when the near-infrared saunas came out, they said, near-infrared saunas will do this, this, and this, and that. I thought Sherry Rogers said, far-infrared saunas did this, 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 and that. And then they would say, and far-infrared saunas don't. I said, who are these people? Where are they coming from? Then they say, well, near-infrared light bulbs will do this, this, and this, and that. And here's the proof. And then they have 6, 7, 8, 9 scientific articles all about near-infrared lasers, which can penetrate 9 inches because it's one specific frequency, like 600 nanometers, which is 0.6 microns. It's a red, you know, or whatever it is, or maybe it's 0.8 or whatever. Yeah, 0.7 anyway. And so, you know, like the far-infrared saunas were attacked for about 2 years. And even Mercola went on raving about near-infrared saunas because he had become convinced. And then later on, a year later, his girlfriend started selling far-infrared saunas. But anyway, so, but, you know, so a lot of people have been hoodwinked. And it's okay because that's the way life works. You believe something, and that gets you to the point where when you know, like people believed in Santa Claus. I never did. My brother told me he didn't. He was a fake. So I got all excited about having my mom bring me to Santa Claus, and I sat on his lap and told him he was a fake. And I embarrassed my mom, but I didn't think there was anything wrong with that. But anyway, there's a lot of, beliefs are okay because they get you to the next step, and that's part of the process. We believe something, and that gets us to where we are. We're guided sometimes to believe something which isn't true, because it gets us to meet people, and then we drop the belief. And that's the greatest example of a belief that no longer serves you, I believe, is a 3-story ladder that gets you to the roof of a 3-story building. What's there? There's a helicopter there. Where's the helicopter planning on taking you? To your dream destination. Guess what? The 3-story ladder, your belief, will not fit into that helicopter. And so you are at a point in your life, you let go of the belief and go to your dream destiny, or do you say, nope, I am loyal toward my 3-story ladder, I will stay with it toward the end, and you don't get to go where you as soul yearns to go. So, there's a lot of beliefs and little ones, and so, when you're in the industry of selling products that make people healthy, you want to do your best to express things, and a lot of times you get attacked. And then again, it's my role to learn to use that to educate more. And so, we had to deal with all the questions about near infrared, mid infrared, full spectrum infrared, and EMF. And again, those are not the issues, like what we're dealing in the political situation right now. The issues are not really talked about. The deeper issues. So the deeper issue is, what will this do for you? And the relaxed sauna will do wonders. It's almost like a panacea. It's a miracle maker, but it does one thing. It will resonate with your water cells and get them to pulsate or vibrate. That will create an increase in the vibration, will increase in core temperature. It'll mobilize the lymphatic system, so any white blood cell that's in hibernation will come out, and for all I know, it births white blood cells, but they come out, and the circulation increases, the lymph flow increases, and so what you have is a complete takeover, detox of the whole body, and not just the physical body, but the emotional body and the mental body. In other words, your feelings. Sometimes your feelings will come forth and you'll be able to see them in a clearer light and cleanse them, whatever that means, and that's something that you can work on. Basically, there's a book called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Right. So, it's important to feel feelings that we weren't ready to feel 12 years ago when it happened. And any time when we're not ready to deal with a situation, we stuff it. And that's, when we're not ready to deal with it, we either deal with it, or if we're not, we either stuff it, or we, I was saying there's 3 ways to respond. You can either react, you can respond, or you can let it be assimilated into you and dissipate it. You can transmute it. So anyway, when something happens that we're not ready for, that creates a stress or a trauma in our body. It, like massage therapists say, is there an issue in your tissue? And I went to a workshop about 30 years ago. And so there's a person here, and here's where the pain is. So you find another point here, just any old point, and you hold them until there's a resonation between those 2 points, and that's going to elicit a picture. And then if you deal with the picture, the pain will go away. So to each
Yeah,
pain,
basically reprograms the mind to see that 1 point memory as being more diverse in the body. Like your body holds memories.
yes.
And so
right.
if you're pointing at that 1 point, you find the memory and then you almost change the whole thinking of the brain. You've altered the pattern because now there's 2 points.
Okay.
You know, and the energy can move. I mean, that's kind of the way I would imagine.
Well, that's, see, you know.
And so, but yeah,
Yes.
body memory is powerful, and yeah.
But if
and
there,
trauma.
if there's an issue, so all the issues that you've ever had to deal with that you weren't able to handle, all that has created the issues, which is a picture,
Right.
and all those tiny pictures which have a whole lot of energy or a little bit of energy into, all those attitudes you have is what they call karma. Those are the things that you still need to deal with and work out. But you can become spiritually free to the point, and where just you start taking care of
resolving
those
those
until they're all
traumas,
dissolved.
yeah, the karma,
Yeah, and that's where freedom is, because there is no beginning and there is no ending. You know, the Alpha and the Omega. Now that's a mental concept for most people. It's a mental concept that there is no beginning, there is no ending. Just like, you know, thou shalt have no graven images before thee. And a good example of a graven image is a concept you have of what God is.
yeah.
That's really good.
So the
Yeah.
concept of God is the graven image that it is talking about. You cannot have a concept because it's not conceivable. Because that's part of the
That's why
mind.
we usually imagine them to be like our mother or father.
Right, yeah.
I mean, qualities,
But-
I mean, necessarily male or female,
The
but
book The Tiger's Fang is one of the best. I read that in 1971, The Tiger's Fang by Paul Twitchell.
Yeah.
And it's a journey he took into the heart of creation. And that is probably the most uplifting book I've ever read. I read it in 1972. You can get it for $10, $15.
say the name again?
The Paul Twitchell, and the book is The Tiger's Fang.
Oh,
And his journey into the heart of creation is very, very inspiring. Thank you.
okay. I am super frying hot now.
Do you want to try it?
It is so nice to
Good.
try it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's really nice.
Now, how long can you stay in it?
Yeah.
Oh, I do it for 20, 30 minutes. I usually, 20 minutes gives me a complete sweat sometimes.
The second one maybe starts as
Oh,
well.
yeah, I bet. So how do you feel?
Great.
Yeah.
Wow, feels
See,
good.
I tell people the
Didn't give me a tan, did it?
No. As a matter of
It
fact,
felt like it, you know, it feels like the sun's heat. It feels,
yeah. So you're ready for a little treat, young woman?
Ready.
Do you have any pain or aches?
Not today, but usually my neck and shoulder.
Okay.
I was gonna ask you, does it decrease inflammation?
Yes.
Things that it does?
I wonder why the legs at night.
Huh?
I wonder why the legs at night. Sometimes when you're laying down and all of a sudden it starts.
Yeah.
Is that like what you're talking about, the lymphatic?
Yes. It's one of the best things I know to get rid of inflammation. A friend of mine from Oklahoma just called me last night, and he said, I use the radiator. He set it up where he takes it out of the sauna, and he makes it so it can't go off. And he says, all these high-class, high-end, great vitamin supplements I'm taking all the time, and they're not getting rid of his inflammation. And the relaxed sauna does it. And he's very intuitive. So, you know, it's taken me, like I said, I've been promoting this for 19 years. I've been using the relaxed sauna almost every morning for 20 minutes, and sometimes 40 minutes, and one day for 4 hours.
Wow.
I went to 10 towels and 5 gallons of water. And I had fun. It was like a sweat lodge. You know, sweat lodge a day, once every 5 years. But I call it, when I do it 3 times, I call it spa day for Phil. I do it for 20 minutes,
Won't pick up for people that want to hear this later, so unless
Okay,
you're really
good, yeah.
big. Good, keep going.
Thank you. So I've been, like I said, using the Relax Sauna for 19 years, and it's taken me a long time to finally get really good at communicating what the Relax Sauna does, what far infrared energy does, what far infrared saunas do, and explain the history of saunas and the story of the Relax Sauna and how it was invented. And there are 50, 60 articles on PubMed.com all about the benefits of far infrared ray energy. Dr. Sherry Rogers, in his book Detoxify or Die, a classic, 2001, she spawned an industry on far infrared saunas. She's a doctor, and she is an environmental medical doctor, and runs into many, many people. In the 1990s that had chemical sensitivity, and they were left for dead by the doctors who just didn't know how to handle the situation, and they were referred to her. And she used far infrared saunas. Not quite as good as the Relax Sauna, but 70% as good, and they worked. They were wooden saunas, and she called the far infrared saunas the superior sauna because it worked with healing light energy, invisible light energy, and not heat. Because a lot of times people don't like to get into the wooden saunas because number one, it gets too hot. They don't like doing it with all these other people sweating. It's also, they don't like breathing in the hot air. Also,
But
it
that's
takes...
probably just a detox, though. I mean, it'll detox you, but it probably, this sounds like there's more to this, that it kind of heals areas of your body or heals like inflammations and different problems.
Yeah, that's because what it does, it increases the core temperature, and the other saunas do not.
Yeah.
Okay? And increasing, the Mayo Clinic says do not use, heart patients, do not use a sauna. Do not use a hot tub. Because if you do, your heart will have to race to find an equilibrium between the outside and inside temperatures.
This is much different. This is really, what do you think?
I love it.
I know, huh?
Yeah, I could just take a nap right now.
He has one, you
It
can
feels
lay
like
down in it.
Yeah, the
too.
first 10 minutes it was all nice and dry. It was
Yeah.
all good, and then after the second time it was like, oh god, I'm sweating.
It's wonderful.
Good.
All you need to do is take pictures of everybody's face while they're in there.
We have 1,000 video testimonies on YouTube.
I mean, it just...
Right, exactly.
Can I keep this?
Yes, please, please.
Okay, awesome. Is that,
Now, there's a special at the show.
yeah, I
I'm
saw
being
that.
taped right now, okay? But if you get it today, you'll have an extra $50 off the show special because you came to the talk.
Are you here for the rest of the weekend?
Oh, we'll be here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, yes. And you saw where our booth is, right in the corner. We've got 4 saunas there for you to try.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're in the exhibit hall, and you can go try it again today, 2 more times, then 3 times tomorrow, and 4 times on Sunday. And you'll be one of our groupies, our signs. We call them signs.
Yes, be a sauna junkie.
That's right. And so thank you, and stop by the booth. And,
I will.
okay. So we're still here. And so now, Dr. Akpenar, he's an acupuncturist. He's a Chinese medical doctor. He is a American medical doctor. he's an MD and an OMD, I guess, Oriental medical doctor. He's also a Qigong master, and he loves to sweat. And he basically wrote in this book, I think 2005, 2007, it's a history of sweating. It's
What is
called
it?
No Sweat, No Sweat.
Oh, okay.
And I finally figured out what the title meant. Once you K-N-O-W, sweat, then life is no sweat.
Yep.
Because, as I indicated earlier, Hippocrates said, find me a way to treat sweat or fever, and I will cure disease.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
That's a famous quote, and Parmenides also said it.
Ah,
So actually, in reality, I don't know if he said it or not, but it's attributed to him
Sure.
and attributed to Parmenides. So I don't care who said it, it's true, it's good, it's my experience, because when you create a fever. That's like increasing core temperature. And that's all that the relaxed sauna does. It does one thing. It resonates the water cells and gets the water cells to pulsate and the direct consequence of that is increasing core temperature. And it also increases microcirculation because the blood cells get smaller, because the water cells get smaller because of the vibration. So, and what I have found about far infrared saunas, and especially the relaxed sauna, like 2 or 3 times more than any other sauna, is that it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. And that gets you into the now, where all the magic in life happens. We had a lady come to us at a show. Her husband has a wooden sauna. She's had it for 5 years, a very high quality one, a very good one. She came down in her bathing suit and did a 30-minute sweat in the relaxed sauna at a conference. She came back an hour later. After 8 to 10 minutes, she said, I experienced the most profound sense of relaxation in my life. And she's owned a wooden far infrared saunas for 5 years.
Well, I had a problem with my leg, and I went to the chiropractor, and what did he put on my leg? It's like, it looks, it's similar to what your lamp says.
Oh, you mean the laser?
But I don't know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's close to the lamp that I showed you.
Okay, yeah.
I couldn't walk for 6 months. When he did that, I got up the next day, I could walk.
Yes, that's exactly, that's the beauty. There are so many new therapies that are based on sound and light.
Right.
And sound therapy, light therapy, that's the medicine of the future. And I think even Tesla said light energy was the medicine of the future.
I mean, 6 months, I couldn't walk. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, 20 minutes under that. and
Yeah.
I
That's
was walking.
beautiful. That's
He
what we
just
want.
started using it, this chiropractor she's
Yeah.
talking about. And I seen the sign, but I
Yeah.
didn't think about it because of the price.
Right.
My chiropractor in Arizona was
Yes.
way cheaper, and I used to do it. I did it for 6 months for my problem,
Yeah,
and it helped heal quicker.
yeah.
So I was amazed at what happened with
so-
Christine.
Well, we had a lady, she's the partner of Dr. Klinghardt, and she got in the relaxed sauna, and we let her take it up to her hotel room, and she had had elbow pain for a year.
Yeah.
She couldn't get rid of it, and she tried many, many therapies. And one session of relaxed sauna is gone, that was over 2 years ago.
Wow, it's amazing.
And then we have a lady in Dallas who is in a wheelchair, and I have a 26-minute interview I did of her a couple of years ago. And she didn't know I was taping her, her eyes were closed, and she started saying all this, oh my gosh, I can feel my fingers, I can move them, for the first time in 2 weeks or 2 months or whatever. And then she said, so I zipped on my my cell phone and I taped her for about 10-15 minutes before she opened her eyes. And she gave me permission to do the whole thing. And then 2 months later, she got one, and 2 months later, she sent me an email saying she's out of the wheelchair now.
Wow.
And on and on and on about all the benefits. Now, there are so many things in this world, so many good doctors here, so many good doctors, and holistic health practitioners and naturopaths who are able to do a lot of stuff. What the relaxed sauna does, it augments. If you're a professional athlete and your trainer has gotten you to this place, the relaxed sauna will augment that. How do you feel?
I love that kind of stuff. Put me in, coach.
So we got a seat for you now, young woman.
I'm gonna do it later. I'll go over to one of them.
Yeah,
because
we'll
we
be
wanna
here
go to
all
the next
weekend.
seminar,
That'd be
but,
great.
Are we staying in this room? Or are we going to a different?
Oh, gee, I don't even know. I have to look it up, but I think it's this one. But, yeah, now that I know that you have them in there, I'll go over there and do it.
Yeah, and that'll be, come anytime, come 2-3 times.
Yeah, we haven't been inside that room yet.
Okay, good.
I was interested in that piece that 5G in the house. And
Oh, yeah.
That,
Well, I was telling this one person that if you have EMF poisoning or anything like that, the relaxed sauna, get in the relaxed sauna, that'll antidote. It's the best thing in the world. Far infrared ray antidotes EMF poisoning. And this is a book written by a colon hydrotherapist by the name of Rebecca Harder. It's called Gastro Girl. She has a colon hydrotherapy clinic, very pristine, in Portland, Oregon. She's been selling the wooden infrared saunas for about 15 years. And she also has a hyperbaric oxygen chamber place, which is a healing therapy place in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And she wrote this book, Gastro Girl, and 3 or 4 years before she wrote the book, she finally walked by our booth, and instead of turning her nose, as she says in the book, she finally decided to try the relaxed sauna, what the heck. In 3 minutes, she was sold on it. And I think in the next year or two, she sold 50 saunas to her patients.
Nice.
And says in the book, this is why the relaxed sauna is the best sauna. And she says, every home needs to have an infrared sauna. And I've been saying that for years. I said, if you've got a washing machine and you have a shower, and you don't have a far infrared sauna, then what the heck? You're cleansing the inside of the clothes, but you're not cleansing the inside of the body. You're only doing the outside. It makes no sense.
What is your background? Where did you start?
I have a degree in mathematics from Indiana University in 1970, and 4 years of graduate work in mathematics, 5 years at Ohio State University. And I have a minor in logic and a minor in psychology, and I'm putting all those together to be what I call a great communicator. You know, to me, it seems like my destiny is to master the art of communicating. And so I'm writing a book called Pictures of the Mind, freeing yourself from beliefs that no longer serve you. And so here I am as a mathematician, selling and marketing far infrared saunas. But what's beautiful is that the relaxed sauna and far infrared saunas in general actually augment creativity. They get you into that space where you can connect with the essence of life. And when you connect with the essence of life, it's going to get you closer to your ability to communicate as well as your ability to accept and perceive. And that's one of the great values of the far infrared energy and the relaxed sauna. We have like 100 video testimonies on YouTube, 1,000 video testimonies, not 100, from doctors, different walks of life, from different diseases that they've overcome, from different conditions, depression, autism kids, cancer patients, a lot of Lyme disease, a lot of mold, a lot of fibromyalgia, a lot of arthritis, a lot of pain caused by injuries, by accidents, knee replacements, all this sort of stuff. All, and even scar tissue disappearing after 36 years. And what it does, again, it's on the little card. Yeah, the little card, and it's right in the white box. That's what it does. That's what far infrared energy does. And the relaxed sauna, since it's 4 to 5 to 9 times more powerful than any other sauna, does it better, does it more effectively. And sometimes, for something to happen in your body, you need so much of a nutrient. And a little bit will help, but you got to go over that threshold where you get what you need to get the job done. It's like the amino acids. You get 22 of them, you need the 23rd one to get the job done. And so the relaxed sauna gives you enough far infrared energy. For sure, you can be assured that the relaxed sauna is going to get enough energy to get the job done. Other saunas may not have enough energy to do that. They're good, they're nice. Other saunas take a lot longer to do it. I should say the relaxed saunas will do it much more quickly. The relaxed saunas travel friendly. And so those are some of the differences between the relaxed sauna and others. But I guess, without getting into the fact that the energy coming out of the relaxed sauna is so much more potent and penetrates so much more deeply
Right.
and has a much more profound impact than any other sauna. What people like about the sauna, the convenience. You saw, I don't know if you saw me, but I think you did.
Yeah,
It took me
2-3
3 minutes to set it up. And I just set it up because I said, well, there's no plug here.
Right.
And then when I went out, it's a good thing I went out because when I came back, I saw the plug.
Yeah, well, we all do that one.
Otherwise, I was gonna.
And the one that you lay down in, that looks even easier to set up.
Yeah, you just flip it out. It takes half a minute.
Yeah.
I was looking all over. I don't know if you saw me. I kept on looking for a plug. And I said, okay, there ain't no plugs. Okay.
Well, you know, I've been on the phone to my ear and I'd say, where's my phone?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. No, it's kind of scary when it
It's
is.
a little scary, but it's like,
Yeah,
It's my phone in my ear.
looking for your glasses when they're on
Yeah,
your
oh, it's scary.
right?
All righty, so I'm gonna go try that later, so.
Yeah.
Very
So-
interested in that one.
I think I pretty much, gave you the gist of everything you needed to hear. If you go on our website, relaxsaunas.com,
Right.
there's a place, you can go to YouTube alone and say Relax Sauna Testimonials.
Yeah, we love the YouTube.
And you'll see like there's hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Dr. Robert O. Young, he's speaking here on Sunday.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he experienced the relaxed sauna about 6 years ago.
Okay.
He's been promoting saunas probably longer than anyone in the country, 35 years.
Oh, nice.
What sauna does he use? The relaxed sauna.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna see him Sunday, hopefully.
Yeah,
So-
and he's
Well,
great.
thank you. Hopefully we'll see you later.
And he has been promoting the relaxed sauna for us.
He's got quite a background.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people here at the
Yeah.
conference who already have it in their homes.
Yeah, it's very
So,
interesting.
yeah.
This is our first one, so.
Great, yeah, we're getting a reputation among a lot of
Right.
the doctors who are at the front line, of
Yeah.
health. So thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for
Thank
attending.
you.
Okay, when you stop at the booth, if you give us your phone number
Okay.
or your cell phone, we'll text you those links, the special links to.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I'll do that. Thank
Thanks so
you.
much. Okay.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
Great. That's relaxsaunas.com/superior. That's got a lot of good information on it. Relaxsaunas.com/line, LINE. That's got a lot of good information on it. So Phil Wilson is my name. The company is Relax Saunas of Momentum. The website is relaxsaunas.com. And you can go there and experience lots of information. You cannot express in words, and it's exactly what some lady said at the booth about 2 hours ago. She says, I've never experienced anything like this in my life to a friend. You have to try this. And that's what it is. And you can say that they say that a picture's worth 1,000 words. It's a lot of words. An experience in a relaxed sauna is worth 1,000 pictures. You just have no clue how good this feels. Now, this isn't for everyone. Some people go and say, well, it's like any sauna. It's great. I like it. But a lot of people, I say about 90% of the people who get into relaxed sauna says, this is different. Some more profoundly. Some, yeah, I like it. It's definitely the best sauna there is. And others will say, wow, there is no comparison. And that's sort of my view. But the other ones, they're all good. They all do what far infrared energy is supposed to do. The more far infrared ray you have, the more wattage of far infrared ray you have, the more effective the sauna is going to be. And the relaxed sauna is great. Before we started getting taped, I talked a lot about many, many things. And so this is sort of like the tail end. So I'm trying to fill in the gaps of what wasn't covered in this being taped. But I've been using the relaxed sauna for 19 years, almost every morning for 20 minutes. And I feel it's clarity. Clarity of mind is what it gives me more than anything else. I mean, I meditate a lot. I've been doing that since 1970. I've been doing saunas since all my life, but very sporadically. But I've been doing for 19 years, almost every morning, fire infrared saunas, the relaxed sauna for the last 18 years. I used another sauna for a year. It was great. It took me 55 minutes to do what the relaxed sauna did in 20 minutes, and didn't do it as well. There's an article by on Reddit.com. If you do a search, well, if you go to the relaxedsaunas.com/superior page, the first link is to the article. Some man, I don't even know him, but in 2017, he said, you know, I wanted to talk to you about the relaxed sauna and how effective it is. It increased my core temperature 3.2 degrees in 25 minutes. All the heart rate variability tests I did on the relaxed sauna actually exceeded what it did, what the research says. And he bought a $200 Amazon sauna and was very disappointed. It increased core temperature 0.5 degree, heart rate variability test failed. He bought a $500 Amazon sauna saying, well, this is reputed to be one of the best, it's supposed to be whatever, and he got it, and same results. So he reluctantly, or maybe that's not the correct word, he finally said, okay, let me try the relaxed sauna. He was looking at another sauna, but he decided, for reasons he didn't totally go into, but he said one of them was it was 1,500 watts. But he got the relaxed sauna, and that's when he discovered how much better it was and wrote the great review of it. He also talks about cryotherapy, another very, very unique and effective treatment for many people who are linked or aligned toward being super cold. And he does them both, the relaxed sauna and the cryotherapy together. That's his treatment for himself. So, and then I talked a little bit, you heard me about the gastrodome. There's a link to that book information and to the 8 pages on the relaxed sauna that you put in the book. And I'm pleased to give this presentation here, and want to, if you saw this presentation of me, and this is online, let's see, you can put in the discount code of Phil, with a 1 on the end of it, Phil, and then number 1, and we'll give you a $50 discount just for having seen this video and reporting to us that you did. There are many therapists, there are many holistic doctors, there's many, some well-known, but people who are doctors and who recommend relaxed sauna. We have many health professionals promoting the relaxed sauna and working with us on marketing it. It's an effective sauna, and we want to invite you, if you have a large following of people who listen closely to you and you start using the relaxed sauna and find that I am correct, that it will augment the effectiveness of your practice, contact me. My name is Philip Wilson. My cell phone is 626-200-8454. And we can work with you on marketing the relaxed sauna. Some people have 100,000 followers on YouTube, or they have a channel, or they have a large Lyme and mold or fibromyalgia, a group that they're a part of. And if they have the experience and love the relaxed sauna, and they want to share information with others, we want the word to get around that the relaxed sauna is special and unique, that the feeling of joy and euphoria you get from the relaxed sauna, you cannot even compare the experiences, and some of them are great, that you get from other infrared saunas. The relaxed sauna's technology is unsurpassed. It took them 10 years to have the realization of how to do what they were asked to do 10 years prior by the Japanese government, not the Japanese, a company in Japan, said to this electrical company in Taiwan, can you create a hot springs energy? Can you create a hot springs energy out of some electrical device that can give people the feeling they have when they go there to heal? And I guess they tried for 9.5 years, and they quite couldn't get it together. And finally, in the 10th year, they had the realization of how to create the semiconductor chips to filter out the near-infrared energy and the mid-infrared energy, which have very limited benefit, especially in terms of getting the body to sweat, getting the body to increase core temperature. You are a far-infrared light being. Water is a far-infrared molecule. That's the key to understanding why far-infrared energy works more effectively than any other frequency. Now, there are other great, like vibrational medicine, energy medicine, light therapy, sound therapy. This is the medicine of the future, definitely. The relaxed sauna has a part in that. There are other great parts. The relaxed sauna is not uniquely the only great healer. It has a space, and it's very effective, and it's among, if you want to increase core temperature, if you want to get rid of inflammation, I don't know anything that is more effective than the relaxed sauna. That's my personal experience. There are many wonderful technologies and things going on, and if you're using those technologies and other experiences, if you're using other kinds of therapy, the relaxed sauna can augment what you do. We go to hyperbaric oxygen chamber conferences all the time, and what I say to people when, at the hyperbaric oxygen chamber conferences, they have stores or places where people go in to have hyperbaric oxygen therapy treatment. It's been very, very effective for autism and many other disorders, and the relaxed sauna is no slacking on its testimonies, and probably has as many as more. But to these people, I say, you've got Batman. Batman's powerful. Use Robin too. Use the relaxed sauna. That's what the R stands for, Robin. But anyway, Batman and Robin can be more effectively together. So when you use this in conjunction with hyperbaric oxygen therapy, you're going to get better results. So many colon hydrotherapists, so many will use the relaxed sauna before they do the colonic, because a relaxed colon is a happy colon. And a relaxed colon is going to more effectively detoxify you that's what the whole purpose of the colonic is. Similarly, massage therapists who put people in for 5-7 minutes, chiropractors, they have more effective treatments. Any body workers. When we first started marketing the relaxed sauna, that's the first group we went after, because I was involved with selling massage tools to those groups as well. Or, that's what got me connected. And then we started, progressing and started to go to the naturopathic doctors, the functional medicine doctors, the nutritional consultants, then the colon hydrotherapists, and psychologists who are open, hypnotists who are open to this. We went to a lot of conferences. We're going to athletes. We're going to so many people, need a relaxed sauna in their home. I mean, as I've said, in this modern day, if you have in your home a washing machine and a shower, you're missing the boat. The water in the washing machine, that will cleanse every fiber of the clothes. The invisible healing therapeutic light in the relaxed sauna will penetrate deeply, will be absorbed by the water cells in your body, will resonate with the water cells, will cause the water cells to move quickly. Movement is important. You don't want a stagnant pond. It's a breeding ground for mosquitoes and like. When you have a dynamic moving system in your body, which the sauna does, it's like exercise. So you want two things in life, according to people promoting health. You want good nutrition, and you want good exercise. But it's not good exercise that you want. Let's go a little higher up now. So you want movement. You want movement, and you want nutrients. And if you can't get the nutrients into your body, then it's not going to be effective. And exercise is a subset of movement. far infrared saunas is a subset of movement, because this gets movement in your body, and that's the secret. You get increase in microcirculation that always gets rid of inflammation, which gets rid of the pain. Most pain is due to inflammation, or I don't know what it's due to, because if someone hurts you, if you fall down and you hurt your knee, but there is inflammation, and once you get rid of the inflammation, that's part of maybe the healing process. However, at any rate, activating the parasympathetic nervous system is the key to why I call a relaxed sauna the most incredible sauna for increasing joy in your life and for also creating euphoria. Because when you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, stress and anxiety cannot any longer exist. You're in the now, you're in the moment, you're in the zone, and that's when the magic happens. There's no chaotic, nervous, coffee kind of caffeine energy. You're just in the now. And now, if you rest in the now and you rest in the now your mitochondria can start creating ATP and nitric oxide from a state of purity. And so that energy will be revitalizing to you. It's a beautiful experience to go into the sauna, close your eyes, and just meditate or get real still and start feeling what the energy is doing in your body, feeling the movement. It's sort of magical. And this augments what I came here to do. I came here to help people get in touch with who they are, connect with who they are, and become more free. Learn to live in the moment, and learn to become aware of pictures in their mind that they're looking at. They're controlling them. You know, you're a slave to your beliefs, and you're if you whatever you desire, then and let go of, if you give it enough attention, will happen, and it's based on the picture you're looking at. So this is important for me to communicate to the world that people can be more free. It's just subtle changes in your attitude, you know, and the ability to put your attention where you want to place it, and your attitude. And that's something that, you know, an attitude of gratitude. And there's so many things, you know, and when you let love come through you, and when you let love be, when you let love love you, these are some of the things that are very, very important. And so when I can present something like the relaxed sauna, which is going to augment that, I am excited. So I encourage anyone who has a therapy or something that they're doing to serve. You know, like service is so important. You know, that's the reason people start businesses. Most people don't know that. They think the business schools, you know, are spreading fake news. They say that the reason for starting a business is to make profit. That could not be further from the truth. You know, if you're doing it for that reason, you're backwards. I mean, it's true that we need to make money to maintain, you know, these bodies. And we want to be able to you know, function in this world and function so that we're free to give and to give service. And so when you give service, the byproduct is profits, the byproduct. And when you make profits, you can now give more service. And as long as you're linked into that vital circle, you don't get trapped in the vicious circle of the rat race of looking for profits. Again, profits is neutral, not bad. It's neutral, and it's a byproduct of giving service. And so if you, in whatever profession you're in, can give service, and if you're in the holistic health profession, or in the, you know, you're a personal trainer, you're whatever, you're a physical therapist, you're a massage therapist, whatever you are, you know, you can use this to augment what you do, and we're encouraging people. And we want, again, our goal is to make a sauna like in Finland. I think there are more saunas in Finland than there are Finns. I don't think that's true, but there's maybe 2/3 as many saunas as there are people in Finland. And we believe that you know, every house, almost every house in the United States has running water, not all of them, of course, has a refrigerator, has a stove, Some have washing machines. They all have showers. And if you have those appliances, where is your far infrared sauna? And of course, where is your relaxed sauna? Because this is the one that fits in a home very easily. And this is a $2,000 selling in Taiwan. It's $1,400 on the internet right now in 2021. It's a $2,000 sauna selling for $1,400, not an $800 or $900 sauna. It's not the $500 sauna, and it's not a $300 sauna. It's a $2,000 sauna, and it's worth more than that because of its effectiveness. So selling it at $1,400, and for what you're getting, what are you getting in the relaxed sauna? Well, you're getting a radiator. You're getting a radiator that it has these semiconductor chips in it. These semiconductor chips are in the relaxed sauna. And it took 10 years to figure out how to make those chips. No other sauna company can create an energy like these chips create. And that's what makes the relaxed sauna special. This tent is made out of nylon. It's got cotton batting, and it's nylon on the inside, nylon on the outside, coated with silver, a silver coating. And it is real silver, and it acts as a mirror. Far infrared light, number one, is invisible. Number two, even though it's invisible, it can be reflected by a mirror. Number three, far infrared energy goes at the speed of light. And number four, far infrared energy goes through clothes. On a cold day, on a hot day, when the sun is bright and shining and hot, you can feel that energy go through you, penetrate every cell of your body. It's magical. It's a miracle. And the relaxed sauna gives you more of that specific far infrared energy. Far infrared energy is the energy that comes from the sun, the frequency that comes from the sun that reacts with plants, and they call it photosynthesis. Now, Gerald Pollack, in his book, The Fourth Phase of Water, talks about how accidentally one of his people, a lamp shined on his water and created more of the fourth phase of water. And then he found out that far infrared energy was the most effective light for doing this. And so he says that the sunlight, the far infrared energy from the sunlight, energizes the water cells, charges them, and gives the plant the power to move and to bend. Well, if that does it for plants, what does it do for animals? Well, number one, it goes through the sand 2 inches, resonates with the water in the embryos of turtle eggs. And that gets the embryo to start moving, it activates it, and before you know it, you've got a turtle hatching. Without the far infrared from the sun, that's pretty powerful if it can create. So you sit in here for far infrared energy. What is it doing to our water cells? What is it doing to our body? You know, the moon can affect the tides. So there's again, it's a vibrational thing. The moon vibrates and it affects the tides. The light sent out of here affects every water cell in our body, and magic is performed in the relaxed sauna. So the far infrared ray energy is a specific frequency of light from 4 to 1,000, but for our purposes, penetrating far infrared energy is between 4 and 14 microns, because the water cell is at 8 microns. We as humans vibrate at 9.4 microns. So if we can get the energy between 4 and 14 microns, that's like a bullseye. Every single energy coming out of the relaxed sauna is going to excite and resonate your water cells. Now, other saunas are good, but the panels you get from, the carbon panels you get, that are all made in China as far as I know, only or about 36% of that energy is actually bullseye far infrared energy that pulsates the water molecules. The other 64% does not get the water cell. It does not have any benefit to getting you to increase core temperature. And that's why the relaxed sauna has so much more core temperature increased than any other sauna, and you can test this out yourself. You know, there's a guy who put the review on reddit.com. So the beauty of far infrared energy is, you know, again, the history of it. If you look on PubMed.com, there's study after study. The Detoxify or Die book by Dr. Sherry Rogers. Dr. Bill Akpenart talks about the history of infrared, of saunas in general, and of cultures. Every culture has a detoxifying method, usually using sauna therapy. You know, the Roman and Greek times, and the Finns, the American Indians, and the South American, whatever culture there is, they all find a way to get people to heal. It's part of the natural healing process. And we're bringing it back with the relaxed sauna. We're bringing back this very, very natural healing process of finding a way to capture sunlight or the energy of sunlight and put it into a product that can be used in homes in almost every country. We sell to almost every country in the world. We can ship to Spain, we can ship to France, to Australia, to England, to most countries. We can ship the relaxed sauna to, and we will have your electrical currency, whether it be, you know, 110 or 220, 110 in the States, 220 volt in most of the other countries. We can ship to Brazil or wherever, and we can make sure it has the plug that your country uses. And again, the Relaxed Sauna Company is 42 years old. I think it started in 1979, and they came out in 1997 with the Relaxed Sauna chip that's part of it. And we are, our progress and our growth as a company in the United States has been growing very dramatically. We invite you to have a relaxed sauna in your home. We invite you to tell your friends. If you do get the relaxed sauna and you find it's wonderful for you, please send us a letter and say thank you, and let us know what it did for you so we can share it to others, because it's a communication thing. It's like, you know, scientific studies have their place, but nowadays one wonders, you know, because of all the whistleblowing going on, saying, well, they falsified information, whatever, you know, but they still have their place if they're correct and they're true and they're ethical, and the people who did it don't have an agenda and aren't biased. You're going to get a good study, and science is great, but nothing beats experience. Nothing beats experience. In other words, experience will trump scientific information, because it's something that you have, you know, and no one can take it from you. It is not knowledge, it is more like wisdom. The relaxed sauna, I believe, is one of the most wonderful products in the country. I'm so glad to be able to present it to the world, present it to the United States, to North America, to South America. And go to relaxsaunas.com. My cell phone is 626-200-8454. We ship out of we have a health food store called Momentum 98 in Columbus, Ohio, on High Street, 3509 North High Street in Columbus, Ohio. We ship out of there. We ship out of a warehouse in LA. And I think that if you get the relaxed sauna and you like it a lot, let us know. If you're a holistic health professional, would like to help us promote it, we can work with you. We have you know, many doctors, integrative medical doctors, naturopathic doctors, massage therapists, colon therapists, trainers, health coaches, raw food chefs, whatever. We have a lot of people throughout the world who we sell to, and they resell to their patients or clients or our customers. Relaxed Sauna is sold in a number of health food stores. So it's a great product. If you can't find it in any of those places, you can order from relaxsaunas.com. Thank you very much for listening. for seeing this. If you use the code PHIL1, we'll give you a $50 discount. That way we know how many people listen to this and it made an impact on. And whenever, one of the greatest forms of love is attention. And a friend of mine told me many, many years ago, he said, you love those who listen to you. It's just because people are giving you attention, and they're right there with you, and they're not judging you. So it's nice to be listened to, and I like to think that the information that's coming through me can be helpful to improve the quality of your life, whether it's something I said or something that has inspired you to try the Relax Sauna, whatever it is, whatever you can absorb and accept, and take that to create a greater you. I'm interested in you connecting and becoming who and what you really are. And what you are is not what we think we are. We are so much greater, so much. We are soul. We've always existed. We've never not existed. And life is an adventure. It's a journey. It's a joy. And yet at the same time, it's all here and now, and there is really no time and space. And the journey of life is simply losing yourself in order to find yourself. And it's like something that goes on, and you never quit being in awe and grateful for the experiences of being in the moment and experiencing duration. Whenever you're aware of time, know that it's a form of saying, whenever you're aware of time, you're in pain. And when there's duration, when there is no time, you're not in any pain. And it's a beautiful experience. And the more we can live as many minutes like that in a day as possible, the more free we'll become. And the journey of life is spiritual freedom in the here and now. And that's what we want. And we want liberation, and it's all about freedom. And when you have freedom, then you can truly love and truly give. And that's the goal. And I believe that the Relax Sauna, believe it or not, can be part of your journey to getting you closer to your goals, to your dreams, because it's your dreams and your goals that you want to achieve in harmony with realizing that everyone is you. Everyone is a reflection of you. The light within each of every soul, every plant, every mineral, every animal you run into is the same light that's within you, and we're all connected. So everyone is you, and at the same time, everyone is a reflection of you. So it's quite a trip, The more you realize, the more humor in this world. It's again, the book The Tiger's Fang is a great book by Paul Twitchell. It's Twitchell. Paul Twitchell. The Tiger's Fang explains his journey into the heart of creation. And I read that book in 1972, and it has had more of an impact on me than any book I've ever read in my life. And that was like 49 years ago. And it's very inspirational. And if you read that book, that'll probably augment your spiritual journey as well, if that's something that you're interested in pursuing. It's about service, and it's about freedom. And again, you can't, if be who you are, do what you want to do, and love all life. And eventually we'll get to the point where we reach certain plateaus of freedom, and each plateau we reach is better than the next. And then we keep on going. There is no beginning, there is no ending. It's like the end of Quantum Leap, where he's destined to leap, constantly from one lifetime into another lifetime into another lifetime, helping people. We are destined, and it's a joy, there is no beginning, there is no end. And that means that you can't look inward, you can't look outward, but you have to simply learn to reside in the moment of time where there is duration, where there is no time, and that's full of awe and joy and euphoria and freedom. So I end my talk saying thank you for listening to this talk about the relaxed sauna, and my name is Philip Wilson. Those are some of my personal views, and which again, I have a mission, and the relaxed sauna is part of that mission. And because the more people have the relaxed saunas in this world, the more effective we can. Because I say that being in the relaxed sauna is like truth serum. Because it gets you to connect with your feelings and your thoughts and gets you to see them more objectively. And the more we can do that, the more effective we can. I've had to deal with a lot of incorrect information. People have either thought incorrectly certain things were true, and the relaxed sauna has been maligned. And that's part of the process. It's part of the process of loving people who incorrectly, and maybe even with malevolence, not mistakenly have actually not told the truth and said things about the relaxed sauna that are not true. That's okay. That's how we learn, by learning to combat that and recognizing everyone is you, everyone has value, all saunas have value. The relaxed sauna, I believe, is special, as you know, listening to me talking for this long. A lot of information out there is not correct. I caution anyone or everyone not to believe anything, but to find out for yourself. Nothing works better than direct experience. The next best option is to find someone who you trust and you respect and has integrity, and see what they're doing, and try what they're doing. It may be right for you, maybe not. Maybe they don't know about the relaxed sauna, and that's why they don't promote it. Maybe they do, and maybe that's why they promote it. So again, when looking at the world of saunas, it's like, oh my God, what do I do? Well, the easiest thing is when someone you trust says, hey, get the relaxed sauna, I've tried 5 or 6, and it's my favorite. I feel it's so much better for these reasons. And so that's a good enough reason. But if you've tried 3 or 4 saunas and you go in the relaxed sauna, as did Rebecca Harder, and so many others. Dr. Young was an example as well. 35 years of using saunas, and he uses the relaxed sauna. He's got, access to them all. So thank you for listening. I keep on going on, and the reason because it's free time, and there's good information here that I missed. I wonder that you missed by the first half hour of my talk not being taped. So thank you for listening.